Edmonds. I'm 10 years old and I live in Frisco, Texas. So this is waste. Items like these get piled up in landfills year after year until there's no place to put them at all. And over time, these items release harmful gases and chemicals that spoil our environment and nature. During my research, I discovered that every year, millions of tons of plastic and other waste items are being sent to China from all around the world. But on the last day of 2017, the Chinese government issued new rules that they would no longer be taking inputs of waste into China. Therefore, we need a better solution for waste management. Do you know how to reuse items like cardboard boxes or disposable water bottles? And do you know how to recycle items properly, like batteries? What about the contents inside of them and the packaging? If you're confused, don't worry. I did an extensive survey within my community and discovered that nearly 80% of people were confused on how to recycle and how to reuse and how to reduce waste. I also discovered that another 90% of people would like an app to help them. And that's why I created the app, the 3R, reduce, reuse, and recycle. So what the app, So what the app does is that you can't see it, but the app has reduce, reuse, and recycle. The first R is to reduce. The best way to reduce waste is to not create it in the first place. And the second R is to reuse. If we cannot reduce the amount of waste that we create, we should at least reuse these waste items, for example, cardboard boxes or disposable water bottles. And the last R, if we cannot reduce the amount of waste that we create, or if we cannot reuse these items, we should at least recycle properly so that it helps the environment as well. The app even has a scanner that can scan the barcode or QR code of any item and determine whether or not they're recyclable or not. And for special items that have like certain chemicals or like gases, for example, spray paint or batteries or even electronics, the app suggests local environmental centers where you can drive through and drop off these items. And now I can do a demonstration. So over here we have the app, reduce, reuse, recycle, and if you click on it, it takes us to the home screen, and it says can you see it? Okay, it says reduce, reuse, and recycle, and if we click on reduce, then it says reduce. The most effective way to reduce waste is to not create it in the first place. And then if you click on this link, on the link here, then it'll take you to the benefits of reducing waste and ideas on how to reduce waste. And then you can go back. Oh yeah. And then you can go back, and then if you click on reuse, it says buy a reusable or over disposable items and look for items that can be reused. And then if we click on this link, it'll take us to the benefits of reusing waste and ideas on how to reduce waste or reuse waste. And then lastly, if we click on recycle, then it says recycling can benefit your community and the environment. And then if you click here, it says benefits of recycling and steps to recycle properly. And over here in the corner, there's a button where it says recycle scan. And if you click on it, you can either type in the barcode number or click on this button and it'll open up this. And we have a few sample barcodes. Oh, wait. So we have a few sample barcodes on here. And
we're almost at 5 minutes, just to let you know. I don't want to make you nervous. Go ahead.
And if you scan it, it says Kirkland water bottle, and it'll tell the barcode number at the top, and it says recyclable item, and it says the proper way to recycle. It says remove the cap and the label, empty the contents and recycle, and you can do that over and over again with all these different barcodes. For example, this one was a Diet Coke tin can, and it says recyclable item, empty contents, and recycle. So this app is going to be free of charge, so anybody in the world can use it and take advantage of the solution. And also our target audience is global, so that anybody can use it, any residents or anyone can use it. Although we're planning on doing a soft launch within Frisco, and based off of feedback, we're planning on going global. And also, although every solution is unique in its own way, our solution can help the environment, nature, and help you save money on your trash bill. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Prince. Thanks. All right, so that is the first. We're gonna have one question for you based on your presentation.
Hi, Prince. I liked your presentation. This is Judge Tom. Can you tell me how you can promote this to the public? I think it's a great app, but how do you get people to sign on? How do you promote them?
So we actually met with the City of Frisco Environmental and Recycling Center. Over here in my trifold, we went to the city office, City of Frisco Environmental and Recycling Center, and I gave a demo there, and we're working with the city to integrate it into the My Frisco app, and we're working with the city, and they added our prototype into their app, where they have all like local news and everything. So right now, anybody can use it in the My Frisco app, where we showed them our demo in the City of Frisco Environmental and Recycling Center, and we also had a tour.
Thank you, Prince.
Thank you. All right, Prince. So that concludes the first presentation. So the next one we have is the Gigi robot from Team Empower.
Good afternoon, judges, teachers, and fellow contestants. First, I would like to thank the Edison Innovation Foundation for allowing us the opportunity to present our design project in this Zoom meeting. As you know, this pandemic occurred in March. Since school was closed on March the 17th, Hillsborough County, Florida has set up grab-and-go sites for the students who need lunches. But do you know exactly how many grab-and-go sites there are? 147 sites are spread out around Hillsborough County at different public schools. During the first 10 days of opening, the district said that its staff had delivered nearly 84,000 meals for students who need them. And to limit the direct contact between the service workers and families, we were inspired to design Gigi, a grab-and-go robot who will help to distribute lunches to families at Hillsborough County grab-and-go sites and help make the world a better place. Our original design was a toy robot I salvaged, and we secured it on a vacuum so it could move. Then, one of our team members improved the design by printing it on a 3D printer. This improved design would have a motor which would help it move. And after this pandemic, you would not find one of these in the trash can. It would be useful in school cafeterias to reduce the wait time that students must stand in line for their food. It can also be used in libraries, cafes, restaurants, and anywhere else with lines. We hope that our design project entry will be able to help the people who are helping us every day. Thank you. Now here's our research engineer, Gall, who will be further discussing our design.
Good afternoon, and thank you again. Our original idea was to have a toy robot sitting on a vacuum. It would limit contact with people at grab-and-go sites. We took this idea and made this prototype. A prototype is a figure we designed on Tinkercad, a website used to create designs to 3D print. You might be thinking, that sounds really expensive. Well, it's not. The cost can vary, whether you want to purchase a robot or make your own using a 3D printer and a motor. You can buy a robot from us with a controller for about $40, or you can 3D print a robot like we did and add a motor of your choice, solar, battery, or rechargeable. The amount of plastic used to print one of these on a larger scale would be about $2. If you added a compute model to steer it, it costs about $30, and a motor about $8. The total would be about $40. We also only took into account the cost of making the item and shipping it. We plan to add 10% to the overall price in case prices of the components or materials increases. However, if we have any leftover funds, we plan to donate them to our school and community. If you're thinking not everyone has a 3D printer, So wouldn't this prototype not be accessible to the community? Well, these take about 24 hours to print. So you could print about 7 per week if you printed one each day. Think about how many grab-and-go sites these would serve if 2 or 3 people did this. Any person with a 3D printer would be able to print it with the Tinkercad file we created, and that we would share with the community for free. So if people printed them, they could also donate these to schools or businesses. Thank you for listening. I will now turn it over to Alexa, who will tell you about our marketing strategy.
Hello. Our target audience would be anyone working in grab-and-go sites, but eventually, restaurants, shops, hospitals, and even mail carriers can use our invention. It is important to understand this device is not taking away jobs. There would still need to be people loading food onto the robots, controlling them, and sanitizing them. The point isn't to have no one working where the robots are placed. It is just to limit contact so thus people get the coronavirus. Our marketing plan is to put it in a few stores and on social media so people would see it and want to make or buy it. We could also donate it to schools so people who own businesses will see the robot there and want the robot to help their businesses. Our product is different from others because it can help save lives from the coronavirus. It is solving a current global problem. It can help not only now, but in the future as well. The uses of it are unlimited. It can be, the only limit with this device is the imagination. In the words of Thomas Alva Edison himself, be courageous. I've seen many depressions in business. Always, America has emerged from these stronger and more prosperous. Be brave as your fathers before you. Have faith. Go forward. This device is our way of being inspired by him and creating something to help others, just as Edison did. Thank you for listening to Team Empower's presentation and for this experience. We deeply appreciate it. Go
Team
Empower!
Great. Exactly 5 minutes. All right. So Judge Terry, do we have a question for this team?
Sure. I really like the fact that this was something that's so needed right now. It's so relevant to what's going on in the world today. I'm curious to know, did you come across any challenges or did anything not work when you first started this that you had to kind of change what you were doing? So what challenges did you come up against and how did you move on from there?
Well, one of our challenges was if you wanted this, originally we were going to have a toy robot on a vacuum. But then we realized not everybody would have something like that just ready to go, and it would be very expensive to buy the things you would need. So to do that, we designed a 3D printable robot that we would share with the community, and you can either buy one with a motor and supplies that you would need already on it, or you could buy your own supplies to put on it.
Great, thank you.
All right, thank you guys. So now we have our very last presentation, and that is the chair affair.
Hi, I'm Alexa, and we are the chair affair. This is the EM, which stands for electricity maker. It is a ball chair that when bounced on generates electricity. We all know that alternative seating helps kids in the classroom, so we found a way that alternative seating can be used to help solve a world problem. You can empower yourself to achieve more than sitting, bouncing, or learning. You can be an alternative energy source. Join Madison King, engineering student at the University of Minnesota, as she supports our EM chair. Our electricity maker chairs will be sold online in big box stores. You can choose to get it all together, or for the more creative people, you can get it as a DIY kit.
I'm Ben. In the beginning, we wanted to combine an idea of bouncing on a ball chair and creating a form of alternative energy. We didn't know how this could happen yet. After doing some research, we discovered a company that created a rocking chair called Volta. It is a chair that creates kinetic energy. Then I took apart an old electric scooter so we could use the chain, gears, and motor to create kinetic energy. When we came up with our product, we first thought that we could put this inside the ball, but that didn't make sense. We wanted to be able to use a motor to create this energy and store it. Our final product has a bellows. which turns the paddle wheel and turns the motor. The motor can store it inside of a battery bank. By having our EM device separate from the ball chair, people are able to connect it to many different types of ball chairs. All of these experiences motivated us to find a way to reduce our carbon footprint.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. The Electricity Makers targeted audience is, well, everyone. Did you know that 1 in 5 households have to choose food, medicine, and other necessities or pay their energy bills? An average electric bill is $111 per month. The cost to make the electricity maker is about $25 and will cost the consumer $60, which can help decrease their monthly bill. Our EM chair can be used in many ways. You can build and bounce while gaming in Minecraft, generate electricity while watching videos and attending online distant learning classes. City parks could have our electricity maker for the parents so they can get a workout and charge the device while their kids play. This is a great way to get in your 10,000 steps when at work. No more falling asleep in between flights. Now you can charge your device while creating the alternative energy as you bounce on your EM in the airport. I bet you have heard of solar power and wind energy. Now everybody will be talking about bounce energy.
What makes your product different from everyone else? Why should you win first place? Hi, I'm Zoe. Our electricity maker chair is different from your normal chair. It's not only functional, but it has many advantages. Here are 5 big reasons why you should start bouncing on our EM chair. 1, as you bounce up and down, it provides exercise. It increases oxygen flow to the brain and core strength. It also helps keep your mind more alert and focused. 2, this EM chair also generates electricity. 3, it's inexpensive. And 4, it's really fun. And 5, a learning advantage. A 2012 study from the U of M found that students participated 48% more in discussions with collaborative group seating and also improved their performance on standardized tests. Would you rather bounce on our EM chair rather than sit on an ordinary chair?
The EM solves many problems. First, it provides a way for kids to channel their energy in the classroom to learn better. Studies show an increase in the students' engagement and behavior when they use alternative seating similar to the EM. Second, since the EM generates kinetic energy, it does not cause air pollution like most ways to make energy, such as natural gases or coal. Third, and most important, it can be used to produce alternative energy for the 1.2 billion people who don't have electricity. That is 1/7 of our population. This will be the next trend in chair design. Our team, the Chair Fair, has invented the electricity maker chair and believes that not only will it strengthen your heart, but it will also steal your heart. Our product should win first place in the Thomas Edison Pitch Contest of 2020. We
are
The next
Thomas Edison.
Very good. That was exactly 5 minutes. All right, so I have a quick question for you guys. You guys mentioned that there are a lot of different products out there in the classroom that they're already using to get kids engaged and moving. What is the big way that your invention is different than the ones that are already out there?
Ours not only does it generate electricity while you're bouncing on it, but it also gives you workout. So it's a great way for the kids in the classroom to help out their classroom while they're bouncing on it, because they can like be charging like electronics while they're bouncing on it, or they can be turning on the lights and things like that.
Great, thank you so much.